What's going on, ammo seekers? Today's another beautiful day in Houston, Texas. And we got a pretty good, just dropped my wall. We got a pretty good show today. I'm so nervous. See how nervous I was? That ninja reflex to grab that? Telling you, today's going to be a good day. Got a big one on. And I'm excited. I'm jazzed. Thank you guys so much. You got B-Noise in here for sound check. Sound check. Check. One. All right, we're good. We're good. If you're in the chat, say something. If you're in the live, please say something. I'm going to depend on you guys tonight to ask a lot of questions. All right. So I ran across this guy's channel about 6-7 months ago, and I got hooked immediately. And I was like, this guy's shooting guns to metal. What's not to like? I mean, I was enthralled. I was watching one after the other. I couldn't get enough. It's pretty cool. And I told everybody, very rarely I find a channel and I'll just tell everyone, hey man, you got to check this guy out. You got to subscribe. It's freaking cool, man. So without further ado, let's add him to the chat. Hold on. I'm so nervous. Woo! The one, the only gun drummer.
How's it going, man?
What's up, dude? It's funny. When I went to the IV88 event, I told my wife, I go, I want to meet two people. I want to meet gun drummer, number one, and I want to meet Mr. Big Kid. Because I think you guys at that time, still today, still big fans of the channel, man. I think it's what you guys have done is amazing. I totally dig it.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it was good to run into you there. That was a fun time.
Yeah, you showed up with like a whole posse of people, man. It was crazy.
I just use it as an excuse to hang out with my buddies, you know?
Right? People ask me why. Yeah, people ask me why I do this YouTube stuff. And I'm like, man, I just like hanging out with gun people.
Oh, yeah.
Gun people are like the coolest, man. I love them.
No, yeah, man. I got a normal life too, like a normal job and a family and a house and stuff. So if I get an excuse to go, you know, on a business trip to go shoot some machine guns and hang out with friends, I'm taking it. Yeah.
100%. And I wanted to ask you too, man. So you've been doing this like 3 years.
2 years.
Okay, but really you got serious. Yeah, I guess about 2 years, right?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
Did you have a channel before this?
No. No,
So
it was the very first video I made, got 1 million views on Facebook in one day. So it just like all started at one time. And I was just using a cell phone, like just like the selfie camera. And I had it leaned up against some socks. And I did that Laid to Rest by Lamb of God one. And it just went super viral. And so since then I'm like, crap, I got to learn how to edit. I got to learn how to like work cameras and get microphones. Right. Now I've got, you know, a camera people, 2 of them, and different people to help me out. And it's like a full blown thing now. But when it started, it was just messing around. My mic is going limp here. You don't want a limp mic. No.
All right, there we go.
I got a cheap one. I don't even know the brand of this. I had to dig it out of my closet because
dude, this one was like $35 on Amazon, and it came with the whole arm and everything. I was like, sweet, man. Yeah. So when you did your was it Psychosocial?
Yeah, that was the second one I ever did.
1,002,000 views. Crazy. Absolutely nuts.
On YouTube, I actually have like exponentially more on Facebook for whatever reason. Their algorithm just lets me go farther. It used to. It's a little, you know, it's not as good as it used to be now, but for whatever reason, Facebook's algorithm just works faster than YouTube's. YouTube's is kind of slow.
So I got to ask you, your stuff's not monetized because of the music, right?
Yeah, well, the music and the guns, I've had trouble with both. And I actually just canceled my partner programs with everything. I'm like, I'm not doing it anymore. I just canceled my AdSense for YouTube, and Facebook owes me thousands of dollars for ads I was running on there, but they just won't pay it. They just refuse to. So I'm like, damn. 1 second. Yeah, hey, that contract that's on the table, can you just initial that? Yeah, I'm on that was my wife. Sorry about that. I'm back.
Oh, that's cool. I had to get rid of my wife tonight. Oh, I hope she's not watching.
But no, man, no, I don't get monetized in any of the classic sense. Even worse, you know, I get a lot of my videos taken down and stuff. I'm suspended on Twitter as of yesterday, and TikTok. Most of my videos just get removed. So it's really an uphill battle, like bad, but we're just gonna keep going, man, and slow and steady wins the race. It's not
Because I
about,
tell you, it's like I'm not changing anything on my channel, but most of my stuff just, hunting around for ammo. It's not really too crazy. Eventually it's going to get a little crazier, but a lot of people, just get their stuff taken down just for what they say. I mean, can you imagine saying something about the Kofifi virus going around,
right.
and then boom, you just mention it. Heck, me just saying that might get this taken down tomorrow or
Even though
demonetized.
you didn't even say the keyword. Yeah.
I didn't even say the key word.
Yeah.
I could have been talking about syphilis. They don't know.
I think Eric, Iraq vet, I think his Facebook got permanently deleted, and he had like 1 million people following. Like, that sounds stupid to say to like the normal person, but I mean, if you're running a business off of it, which it really is a business at this point, and he put 10 years of posting every day, all the time, the amount of hours and effort that goes into that, I can tell you is a lot. And just to have it taken away like that because of your political opinions is pretty dastardly. It sucks.
It's crazy, dude. Because I started YouTube. Just a quick background. I did like car show stuff, and man, nobody wanted to see that stuff.
Yeah, got it.
And then like December, I started doing ammo hunt vids, and I got like 1,000 views in 20 minutes. And I was like, get out of town. So, and a lot of people that make YouTube videos that don't have 1,000 subs don't make content that people want to watch. And that's what you have to have the mindset, because apparently all that work I put in before was trash. Nobody wanted to see it. So I just changed it up. Now I'm just having a good time meeting people. And another mistake I think people make is they try and use YouTube as their only source of income. It's too fickle, man. You get your stuff taken down in a hot minute.
That's the thing. I mean, I did this for 8 months, just that. And I have a degree and stuff from Ohio State University and a whole career and everything like that. But I left for 8 months because I'm like, I'm going to put everything I can into here. And I actually got a lot accomplished during that time just because I had the extra time. Like, I got my website set up and did a lot of different things to get my system set up technology wise. But you're right. It freaked me out because just like that, I could have all of my stuff taken down. So
right.
I've gotten back in full time in my career, and I just do this on the side, which helps me sleep at night,
Oh, trust me. Like I saw my analytics. So I got like 10,000 subs in a few months. And then as soon as I got my job and all my, most of my day was taken up, it just crashed.
It hurts, man. It hurts. But like, what do you do? I've got a family, it's like, I need health insurance and the stability and stuff. So you just got to rock.
Do you have 2 kids or 1?
Just 1. She's about to be a year old in a couple weeks.
Oh man.
Yeah. She just started like walking and then running all of a sudden just in the last 2 weeks. So it's just like, what is happening?
Dude, tell me, isn't that crazy? Like, when you have a kid, it changes your whole life.
Yeah, it does, man. It really
it really makes you think about doing stupid shit.
Yeah, I miss being really reckless, but I just can't do it.
I know it. Like, I like to drive fast.
Oh, I know.
Not anymore.
I know.
No. So what were your first ARs you were using in that psychosocial video? Were those just
when I started doing this, I had a Ruger AR 5.56, which I still have. I like that gun. I've got a digi trigger in it now, and I just mag dump is all I do with it. But I had that, and then it was my dad's gun that he left here. It was just like some stock, like Anderson arms, lower, whatever. And all I had other than that was a 44 Magnum and a Glock and a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. That's all I owned at the time. And so I was using my dad's AR and my Ruger AR with just 30 round mags. So that all evolved quickly. I'm like, oh, I got to get 40 round mags. And I'm like, man, I need D60s. Then I need to get some Surefire 60 Bach mags.
Right.
And man, I need to get some more ARs. So then I got some different sponsorships and ended up with just like way more guns than I ever thought I would have in my entire life, to be honest with you. So that's probably like the coolest part of this whole thing, besides meeting everybody and getting to talk to all these like rock stars that I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd be talking to.
How cool is that? I mean,
it's nuts, man. Cause like System of a Down, I talked to those guys, and like Tommy Lee and like Rob Flynn from Machine Head, and like all these guys that, I've been listening to forever. It's just like, wow, that's crazy.
You must have some pretty crazy signed gear.
No.
Oh, bro, I'd be asking, can you sign my guitar?
I didn't even think about it.
Can you sign? Dude, I would be sending these guys pictures.
The only thing I have from anybody is the band Slaughter to Prevail gave me a bunch of gear and stuff, and I accidentally stole Alex Terrible's hoodie. I really did accidentally steal it. I thought it was mine. We were at the shooting range, and so I like had his actual hoodie. You know, it's, you know, not to be creepy, but it's kind of cool. Whatever.
Did you smell it?
Oh yeah, man. It just smells like fresh Adidas and vodka.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's go in the chat. Let's see who's in the chat. We got B Noise. So B Noise is my buddy here in Houston. He actually is in a band. I think his band just broke up and he's trying to start another one. He's a cool dude. I shoot with him on the weekend sometimes. Seawolf, J Chill. What's up, guys? A Dub, Shooting Gallery, New England. It's my boy. Mike McClune, Michael Henderson. Oh man, look at this. Look at this 32 icon. Oh man, oh man, she's cool. She's gonna be at the next IV88. You better show up, 32. She's really good people. All right, Pennsylvania. So where are you from? What state are you from?
I'm in Ohio. I'm like midway between Cleveland and Columbus.
Ohio. Have you ever heard of Defiance?
Mm-mm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I have a ton of relatives in Defiance.
Okay.
They're always trying to get me to visit, but I don't really like them.
No.
So,
Gotcha.
I need a reason to go. I mean, last time I was in Ohio, it was freezing, dude.
Oh yeah, the wintertime sucks up here, man. You got to keep your spirits up by taking vitamin D and hitting the gym and getting in the sauna. And I mean, it's a full-time job staying like not, you know, hanging yourself in the wintertime for sure.
Like seriously, I was there for 3 weeks. Hated almost every minute of it. For one, it's a small, nothing town.
I know.
There was no chicks. I was 12 years old, man. There was no chicks to look at. Bored out of my mind with my cousins. They don't watch my channel, so I don't give a shit.
That's why we were so bad growing up, I think, man. Like we just went crazy. Like we got in so much trouble growing up.
Yeah, bored kids, man, really getting a lot of trouble. I mean, it's just what it is. So what do you think about today's bands?
Dude, I don't even know about metal right now. Like there's definitely a lot of cool stuff coming out of Australia. You got like Alpha Wolf and some of these other guys. And I actually lose track because all the good stuff I hear gets sent to me. And so I lose track of like the band names and stuff. But I have different playlists, which I should actually make public sometime because I have some extensive playlists. But there's a lot of shit music out there too. And I think it's really given metal and rock a terrible name, dude, because a lot of the stuff that you hear on the radio or stuff that's even in the popular like new metal playlist on Spotify is awful. And I think people coming from like hip hop or rap or country or whatever they listen to, and they're like, I want to try rock or metal, and they get those like just shitty mass produced like bullshit. It sucks. You really need to know somebody that's really into it and listens to it all and filters it for you, or else it's like a full-time job trying to find good music. So
my whole playlist is all like 90s, like Anthrax, Korn, Nirvana. God, I remember I was in high school when he died. Every girl was crying their eyes out.
I bet.
My shoulder was well used.
Nirvana got so big, man. It was crazy.
It's insane.
And grunge lived and died all within like 5 years. It's just a phenomenon.
Right. Limp Bizkit was cool. I met those guys. They in Long Beach. Yeah, it just randomly they were at a house party. They just kind of showed up.
What?
Yeah, they just kind of showed
crazy.
up.
Fred Durst was there.
I don't know. They was hey, that's Limp Bizkit. They were all high. I was like, hi.
That's crazy, dude. Fred Durst is a kind of a strange cat. Like his Instagram is all station wagons for some reason, but it's verified. It's him. And I messaged him because I made a cover of Limp Bizkit with a bunch of 308s and then a chainsaw. It was the middle of winter, and I did like the chorus with a chainsaw, and it was like
that was a great video.
And he saw it and he liked it. And I was
no
like,
kidding.
Yeah, I was like, all right, that's cool. Like, hell yeah, he likes my cover with a chainsaw.
Dude, that is so cool. So as far as your videos, man, I watched probably almost all of them. I thought your O-Light video was hilarious.
Thank you. So underrated. Nobody watched it, but we put a lot of effort into it. We made it funny.
So much work went into that.
We just did it to be funny. That one, and you got to see, if you haven't seen it, I have one for cleaning guns. It's like how to properly clean guns. It's like 5 minutes on, but it's the same thing, except we took it even farther.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
That's going to be, I think, a lot of the future of the channel is like comedy shit. Because like when we have a lot of skills with like actually filming, dude. Like we can make stuff look like a movie, and we just don't get to use it with my normal format. So I
That
think
chainsaw looked really epic, man. That one looks so crystal clear. I know I had some cuts from IV88 with you talking smack to Mike, but I didn't want to put it in
that's
because
probably good.
I didn't have your permission. I was like, and you know, I don't know. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, I mean, just send it over if you ever want permission.
It was ridiculous, dude. All right, hold on. Let me go on your So yeah, my son really liked the Corn Freak on a Leash when you went out there and shot the bear. Oh, we watched that like 10 times in a row. He's like, you can do that? We can shoot teddy bears? I'm like, son, he's 8. You can shoot whatever you want. Because his big thing was smashing cars. That's how I got the name Smash Time. It's because he when he turned 4, he goes, I want to smash a car for my birthday. And I go, no, you can't smash a perfectly good Hot Wheel. And so he came back. He goes, look, I got 2 of the same one. I go, okay, let's go smash one. So we smashed one up and stuck it on YouTube, called it Smash Time.
I was wondering, man. I was wondering about your name. I'm like, what? I was just running through everything in my head, what that could possibly mean.
Well, people are like, people get funny with it. They're like, oh, I know why they call you Smash Time. Like,
yeah, it's time to get on. Yeah,
I wish, bro. I wish. Guys, everybody in the chat, if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. And also, if I just put Gun Drummers link in the chat, please click it and subscribe. It's like potato. I tell people your channel is like potato chips. Once you watch one, it's just you're just force feeding it.
That's what I'm trying to make it, because there's a lot of channels like that. Like when I first found Demolition Ranch like 6 years ago, dude, I watched it for like hours and hours and hours and hours. Same with like Hickok 45. Yeah. And so that's kind of what I want. And I counted the other day, we did 88 songs. So, I mean, you can really go through and watch 88 gun covers. It'll take you a while.
Dang. I used to do it with Nut and Fancy. I used to watch hours and hours and hours of Nut and Fancy, and that was just 2 videos. Videos. Yeah. These videos are so freaking long. I watched the first 5 minutes and the last 5. I can't watch all the rest.
Yeah. Honest Outlaw, I got into his for a while too. I binge watched his stuff. That was cool.
Yeah, I like his channel. I mean, Mr. Big Kid, I like his stuff a lot. But man, to turn YouTube into like your income, your only source of income, man, I hate to break it to a lot of people. It's tough.
Forms, and you got to have some sales going with it too. You know, it's like a multifaceted thing. Like look at Mr. Guns and Gear. He does it really well with the products, man. Like his Twitter, his Facebook, his Instagram, his YouTube links, like he's always got product going through there, his affiliate products like all day. And he does it to where, you know, his subscribers and stuff have grown to expect it. So they're not put off by it. Like if I just blasted products all over my stuff, but people would just hate me. They'd be like, dude, screw you. So I kind of be more smart about it.
Well, is that his only job though? Is YouTube
I don't know, probably, because he's pretty good at it, and he's
on a lot.
Dude, he's on it, so he probably does do that full time, because he seems really focused. I'm not that focused, man. Like I'm mostly fun, and I have like too many other responsibilities, so mine's just kind of scattered. But those guys, like the best example of focus, man, is Jared, Guns and Gadgets, man.
Oh,
he's all over it with the research and videos every day. Like that dude, he's a good dude,
and he's really cool. Like.
Yeah,
you know, it's funny. I heard that gun tubers were kind of standoffish and whatever, but I didn't meet anybody at that event that was douchey at all. They're actually not.
Yeah, I'm sure they exist, but yeah, you're right. I mean, everybody there was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a good time. So, I mean, I got to ask you. You said your dad left you an AR when he left. I mean, were you always into guns, or you just kind of got into it one day?
Oh, my dad has that gun back. He just left it at my house for a while, and I just got lucky and made that video while I had to. But yeah, man, I've been shooting guns my entire life. Like I was shooting bows and arrows when I was a kid, and then like any knife I could get my hands on, I was pumped about. And then yeah, we lived out in the country, and I had a Ruger 1022 when I was really little, and BB guns and pellet guns first, and then a Ruger 1022. And then a 44 Magnum, actually, which would just like scared the bejesus out of me, but I kept shooting it. I still have it. Ruger's a great company, by the way. They rebuilt it twice because I destroyed it twice.
That is so cool, man.
And like, they didn't even charge me either time.
So I mentioned in my podcast one time, my live, I was like, man, I always wanted to shoot like a 44 Magnum Super Red Hawk or something. One of my subscribers met me at a academy, and he was like, hey man, you want to borrow it? Get out of town. So I took it to the range and I shot it this last weekend, but that's another one I checked off my list. I mean, there's a lot of guns I still want to shoot. I got to shoot an authentic German Luger with, like, it looked brand new. It was like a 42 police issue, and the serial number, it came with serialized magazines too that matched the gun. Bananas, absolutely bananas. It was like $9,000. And it looked brand new, man. But that's like such a piece of history. It was crazy.
You think that would be like 30 grand? That's crazy.
It was really sweet. All I know is I shot one mag through it and I handed it back. I'm like, thank you for letting me shoot it. But man, I don't want to mess that up.
Right. That's cool, man.
I was terrified. But it's not as cool as shooting a tank. I mean, how did you get hooked up with the drive tanks guys?
Oh, man, that was just luck. This girl, Alicia, that works there, grew up in Iowa with some of the Slipknot guys. So she knows them personally. So she's a huge Slipknot fan. So she was a fan of my channel. And she emailed me like early on with me doing this and was like, hey, do you want to come like shoot some tanks? Like, here's some info on our place. And I'm just like, what? Like, what is this? Okay, let's go. And Brandon Herrera, I didn't even know who he was or anything, but I kept getting these comments. They were like, you should do something with Brandon Herrera. So I looked him up and I just messaged him without doing any research whatsoever, without even saying hi or anything. I was like, hey, do you want to come with me and shoot machine guns and tanks? And he's like, you had me at tanks. Yes. So next thing I bring my crew and he brings his crew, and we meet in downtown San Antonio and just party for like 2 days and then go to drive tanks for like, I think 4 days we were there. And yeah, I got to shoot the tank 3 times. I shot like hundreds of rounds of 50 BMG, both out of the machine gun and the Barrett. And we got to shoot a bunch of machine guns from World War II, like Hitler's Buzzsaw. We shot that and some other. And dude, I thought I was gonna die. Like, it was crazy. We shot a minigun and a flamethrower, and it was just so much. It was so hot. And with the adrenaline of like the Slipknot in my ears and like doing it to that, I thought I was gonna have an actual heart attack and like a heat stroke out there on the range. But that's still like one of my favorite videos, man. The tank videos. Just
yeah, those are my favorite. They're my favorite. Yeah, the tank ones are really cool. But you know, it's funny. Growing up, I could never listen to heavy metal too much, man. I mean, God, I just get too amped. Like, I can't listen. Like,
true.
Like Slipknot, if I listen to it, I can't listen to it when I'm driving or if I'm around my wife because I act ridiculous. She goes, why do you like that? I go, the song's Wait and Bleed. It's about a girl having a period. She goes, shut up. You know, I just love it, man.
You gotta be careful for sure, man. Like, if I'm in a real calm state and I gotta focus on some like really, you know, work where I have to think, I definitely don't put Slipknot on full blast because your heart's just gonna start racing.
Dude, 100%, man, 100%. All right, let's look at the chat. Who's else in the chat? Toxic Patch Company, what's up, man? Tracks with Smack. Track.
Oh yeah, Tracks with Smacks. Yeah.
I like that.
Track
Mike McCoon
means, but that's great.
Jamie Thompson, Brad Weber. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're here. Zach, I'm glad. How does one send gifts to the gun drummer? Watch out. Where's your P.O. box?
Dude, I don't have a P.O. box. That's something it's been on my list for like a year and a half.
Every time I go to get one, it's like, I got to pay $25 a month for a P.O. box. Like, dude, that's a lot of money.
Just email me at business@gundrummer.com.
Yeah, that's easy. Business@gundrummer.com.
I'll ride a bike out to your house and pick it up.
Man, I've had people ask me, like, if they want to send something, I just tell them to send it to ESAT Arms. It's a gun shop I frequent that I try and beef up because they're a pretty solid group of guys over there. And I just send it there, and I have people send stuff to my house. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I just post my home address on all my platforms every day, you know.
Do you really?
No, I don't.
Oh, bro.
I don't even film like towards the street or anything like that, or my house.
You have to be careful, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like that big now, but at some point, you know, who knows? Like, you definitely don't.
Yeah, 100%. I got to ask you, shooting a gun in the house, what did your wife say when she saw that?
She really didn't she didn't appreciate it, which I was kind of surprised. Really, I think the reason that she didn't appreciate it was because I didn't get all the casings up. I thought I picked up all the casings, but I didn't. And I tried to pick them up and put it in her mouth.
Oh,
So
yeah.
That was actually more what got me in trouble. Like if I would have got all my casings up, I think that would have been good.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to kid proof the house, man. Did you guys put the locks on everything?
Oh yeah, we just did that because she was getting relentless. So
yeah. So is that it? Just one?
What? One casing? Kid? Oh, one kid?
You knock out 5 or 6, man. Get a whole band going.
Oh, I know. I'll probably have another one here soon. Who knows? We'll see.
It's better if they're close together. Just saying.
All right. I like that. Well, because some people are like, you should wait a while. Some people are like, just do it.
No, because it's better. It sucks in the beginning, but later on, they're in the same activities. They're the same age. They're doing the same stuff. You don't have to drive back and forth. If they're like 3 or 4 years apart, 2 years apart even, shit, man. And one's in Little League, one's in baseball, one's doing this. It's a nightmare. Like I have an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old, boy and girl. They're at jiu-jitsu, and then they go hang out. But, man, they do everything together.
Nice.
So it's cool.
That's cool.
Definitely, dude, just do it quick, like a Band-Aid. Rip it off.
Yeah, I'm having like 12 just all in a row.
Bro, I met a girl with 9 kids the other day.
Wow. Did you date her?
No. She's a trip, man. She looks like real skinny. She's one of those people that knock out kids and still look like 25.
Wow.
It's bananas. I thought she was the babysitter. Nope. All right. Let's see. Jamie Thompson's in the chat. Smash. Why does my 9mm hammer misfire with certain ammo and higher? I have no idea, Jamie. I have no idea.
What kind of gun is it?
What kind of gun? What's going on?
Is it a high point?
Funny. Since I've been doing, actually, if it's a high point, it'd probably fire. Those things are like indestructible. That's what you should do.
Indestructible.
You should have like a chime with high points circling and just shoot at them. Nuts, man. Let's see. Will says my 4 and 5-year-old boys constantly fight. Yeah, but you know what? They're gonna be tight when they're older. They're gonna be smashing on girls together. Nutty 420, Ronnie Thompson, Jamie Thompson. Are you guys related? I don't know.
Good bros.
So do you carry every day? Do you have a concealed carry license?
Yeah.
What's your EDC?
Dude, I carry all kinds of stuff that's totally inappropriate. Like I carry the 7.62x39, the Mark 47s from CMMG in my car all the time. Or in the wintertime, I'll carry a 44 Magnum in a shoulder holster under my coat.
Bro.
Just waiting for it, man. Like I'll be the first person to stop an armed robbery with a 44 Magnum since Nam.
Real quick in the chat, let's do an EDC check. What do you guys carry? Everyone post what their EDC is.
But in all seriousness, I like the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield mostly because it's just so small and thin. It's easy to carry.
Right. That's a great gun, man. I love it. I just switched to I carry a red dot pistol now. I carry the XDM Elite 9mm, and that thing, man, shooting a red dot I didn't like at first. But man, it grows on you quick.
I've never had a red dot and a pistol in my entire life.
Have you shot one?
Awesome. Actually, I don't think I have, dude.
Oh my god!
I have a red
dot. First time you shoot it,
like,
you're gonna hate it because getting on that first shot is so tricky.
Huh.
But after you practice a little bit, you'll be shooting at like 30 yards, bro. Just ding, ding, ding.
I actually just got my first red dot for a rifle like 3 weeks ago.
What?
I know, man. People think I'm some like crazy gun guru, but I'm really not. Like the most I learned about guns was since I started this channel. I've always shot, but I've never really been. I've been more into like music and stuff. I shoot all the time, but I've never been really that knowledgeable about firearms. Like the most I've ever learned was in the last 2 years.
Yeah, same. 6 months. I've been having a crash course in guns because I love guns. You know, I grew up in California, man. If you shot guns there, you couldn't tell anybody. You had to keep it complete to yourself or they'll think you're crazy. I once had HR call me in the office on Friday just because I was quiet one day. Wow. I was just trying to get out of there early. And they're like, oh, everyone's worried about you. Just make sure you're okay. I'm fine. You're awfully quiet today. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock. I got a hot date tonight, man. I'm trying to get out of here. She goes, okay, just check in. You want to leave early? You can leave early. I'm okay. I just left. Nuts, man. Nuts. Californians, God bless them, but they are crazy. Crazy.
I've never been there.
You're not missing anything except tent cities.
I might go live in one.
Right. So your Olight video, going back to that real quick, they had approached me and they sent me a light at like 6 o'clock. And they're like, can you do a video and post it? I'm like, it's 6 o'clock. It just got the light. Could you just go ahead and post that? I'm like, it's 6 o'clock at night. I just got.
We don't have any people skills or anything. I mess with them a lot actually because they email me a lot, and I send them in circles all the time just for fun. To be honest with you, because to be straight up, they're just people in China. Like they don't have great English skills. They don't understand our culture. They definitely don't understand humor because I've said a lot of funny things to them and they don't get it. Like it's straight up like talking to a robot. So I mess with them pretty bad.
I said I can't do a review on something I don't review. And they're like, oh, just go ahead. Can you do it tomorrow?
Right.
Look, it's Friday night. I'm gonna hang out with my kids. I just taught my son Battleship, so we're playing Battleship nonstop.
Oh yeah.
Now I'll do it in like a week. I got to test it out for. Actually, it's a great light. It's great.
It's good for like 3 weeks, and then it just stops working. So.
Really? Because
it's really bright. Like it's awesome.
Yeah, it's so far so good.
I've had so many problems. I'm just telling you. So.
All right.
It is what it is, but it's super freaking bright, dude. Like I really enjoyed it while I had it, but
yeah, in your video, this is the blinky one. This is what I like. Oh man,
we had so much fun making that. We were laughing our asses off. Like we were just doing the most ridiculous shit. Yeah,
so it's a bummer that you can't just monetize those types of videos because that's hilarious. I think that
I could, but I mean, if it's not going to make them. It's not going to matter. It's not that much. Those aren't videos that go crazy,
But it's funny.
Video is one that goes crazy. A System of a Down one goes crazy. Like nobody watches the funny shit. Some people do and appreciate it, but it's not enough to make a sizable impact on AdSense.
Yeah, it's funny because the videos you put the most work in. This is it's behind the scenes for everyone. The videos that you put the most work in seem to suck the most on views. The shit you put out there, just random, take off.
Yeah.
Like here's me at Academy. Oh, I'm at Academy today. There's ammo on the shelf. 345,000 views. Okay. Yeah. But I put my heart and soul into one video. It's like barely 1,000
people watch it. Yeah.
Yeah,
dude, that's
like
how it is, man.
2 guys and a midget. That's it.
That's why I just throw shit out there, dude, because really it is so unpredictable. It really is. Like sometimes I think more people just happen to see it or not. I don't understand it. I just post shit. So
right. Let's see so J Chills 43X. Let's see what everyone's shooting for their EDCs. B-Noise G3C, the sticky holster. God, I love sticky holsters, man. I get so much hate for that. Fuck them. I mean,
sticky holster.
Yeah. Glock 19, 40, Rex Delta. Ooh. Jen Juan. I like that. P365. It's a great pistol. I like that pistol a lot. I use that for a comparison pistol. I ended up liking it more than the pistol I was comparing it to. I was like, what a bummer. Thompson, Kimber Knight. Let's see. Ken Riley carries all of this.
1.5-inch AR in a hidden compartment in the car. That's where I'm at, dude. I just do that all the time just for fun.
Yeah, I think
Glock, Ruger Security 9, M&P Shield. There you go. The Shield is just a great gun, dude. I want to get the Gen 2 and see how it goes, though.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff in here.
I haven't messed with the Gen 2 Shield yet. My only complaint about the M&P Shield, the first one that I have, is that sometimes the slide release is too easy to hit when you're wearing it, and the mag will be loose. Like I've had that happen too many times. So you pull it out, shoot, your freaking mag falls out. That'd be a disaster. You'd have to just.
I'd get rid of it if it does that, or get a new holster, man.
Yeah, I do need a new holster.
That's a big issue because the one time you need it, bro.
Challenge, dude. You just one bullet to the dome. That's all you got. Like, you got to make it count. I mean, I always have an extra mag on me, but still, you don't want that to happen.
I told everybody, it's like if I had the opportunity, I would carry in a shoulder holster like a Desert Eagle, just like,
Yeah.
you know, Lethal Weapon style, just right here.
Yep.
Oh man,
Dude, that's what I do with the 44 Magnum in wintertime. You feel like a fucking badass, dude. Walking around.
Yeah.
It's like a long barrel too. It's a Ruger Super Blackhawk 44 Magnum. And I'll just have it right there, dude, in my coat. I only have 6 shots, but I'm gonna make
You just got to hit it once though with that one of those 6
for sure, man. Some hot Winchester 44 mag rounds, and you hit somebody with that,
yeah.
I know
I went out
it's
with
a stupid thing, tactical, but it's just fun. And I'm not.
I went out with another subscriber. We were shooting like 500 grain 44 Magnum loads. It was like the super hot. I'm like, God,
It's just violent. It's violent.
It's not.
I have like a nice decorative grip on it too, straight from Ruger. That's like wood, and it makes no sense. Like when you're sweating, it just almost flies out of your hand. So you have to grip it with all your might, and when it does fly back, it bites your freaking hand so hard that you just start gushing blood. It's just part of the experience.
It's all part of the experience. So have you always been into like music? Were you at like a School of Rock when you were a kid?
Oh yeah, man. I've just like played instruments and been into rock forever since I was, 3rd or 4th grade, probably.
No kidding.
Playing drums forever. I play a full kit. I'm tempted to get like drum mics and stuff and just do regular drum covers too.
So when you say full kit, that means you play guitar.
The drum set is what a kit. It's called a kit, like in just slang. That just means your drum kit, your drum set. So I have like a big, drum set, and I actually play drums and shit.
How many pieces is that though? That's got to be $20,000.
Well, technically, this one's a 5-piece, which means you have 1, 2, 3 toms and your bass drum that you hit with your foot, and then your snare. So that's 5 pieces. But then you have all your cymbals and stuff like that. My kit's not anything crazy, but yeah, dude, you could spend 20 grand like easily. That's why a ton of people don't play drums. You need a huge space. It's loud as shit. It shakes the windows. It shakes the neighbor's house. Like I'm out here in the country now, so it's not a big deal. But to even have a drum set is the money. And then that's even if you want to get like mics. I don't have any mics to mic it up and the cameras and stuff. That's a whole nother thing. So
Dude, that sounds expensive. I played Rock Band on the PlayStation 3.
Rock Band was fun. I remember when that came out. I was killing it actually.
Dude, Rock Band was a blast.
Yeah, that was cool.
Let's see. Joe Moore says, I rock the clip draw or techno clip holsters. Yeah, those are cool. I'm not a big fan of clip holsters. Will says he wants to carry his MK23 in a drop leg holster. Yeah, people might freak out, man. Just saying.
You can't I don't think people would think I'm as cool as I think I am. So true, man. Yeah, sometimes just for my EDC, I carry around the Mosin Nagant with the bayonet fixed.
Open carry over the shoulder. Yeah, well, so you keep an AR in the car, aren't you? I wonder because I keep my ARs like greased out, man. I keep them super wet. And do they ever dry out? You ever taken it out of the car and I
don't leave it in my car permanently. It's usually just if I'm running somewhere, I'll like grab something.
Oh, okay.
In my car, but I don't know. I never thought about that. I keep my stuff really wet too. I just like dump lube in all my guns, like all in them and stuff, because I'm really bad about cleaning stuff. So I just keep oil on everything.
Yeah, I thought about
I'm using like 20 guns now when I go make these videos. I don't feel like cleaning all those every time, and I don't. I just like oil them all up and put them back away, and then use them again next time.
Just put a bore snake through them.
Yeah, some of them I do.
Yeah, dude. That 20 guns. I know because it's funny if you watch the progression in your first video where you just had 2, a couple pistols, then it was 3, and then it was you had the PMag 40s, I think, right? The 40 rounders. Yeah,
the 40 round box mags.
Yeah, and then bigger and bigger and bigger, and now it's like you just go down the line. It's like,
dude, geez. Yeah, I just put them in a row, and I just kind of go with the flow, and whatever I'm feeling, I'll just pick it up. I try to calculate what guns I'm going to use, but I've just had a lot of problems with ammo lately, dude. I've been using some cheap ammo, and I've really paid the price last time I went out and filmed. I had so many problems, and it's not cool to have that much adrenaline and that much setup and the cameras and my guys there, and like everything's like we're trying to get a bunch of videos done, and then you constantly have problems and you have to reload and start over. It totally kills your momentum. So I learned all good ammo now. I got some cases of some good shit for next time.
Yeah, because I figured one of your videos, I mean, do you run through one time straight or do you do a couple in a row?
It's always just one. Or what do you mean? The same song?
Yeah, I mean, do you do the same song once or twice and just cut it together, or it's just one?
Yeah, unless I have some serious malfunctions. Sometimes I even roll with the malfunctions, and people make fun of me for that in the comments. Like, dude, you should start over. I'm like, dude, fuck you. That was my 5th time trying it. I had already had jams before that. I was like, no, we need to make this work. And I think a lot of times people I'll get some comments that were like, nice, you know, because people like to see stuff go wrong and then like you be able to fix it, you know.
Yeah, because most
guys
people watching don't know. A lot of people watching don't know. Just go through it. Just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. But yeah, I try to do everything on the first try, just in general, ever since I started the channel, because I practice it so much to where I know the song, I know the beats, and I use Microsoft Word and I bash on the keys and I do word count to see how much ammo it's going to take for each part. So I know when I'm going to run out of these guns and when to switch to these guns, like to keep it all.
That was my next question.
Dude, I mash on the H and G like this, and I don't even have to do word count because I memorized like how long, like 2 D60s is 120 rounds. I know when it hits 120 rounds on Microsoft Word, and if I'm listening to the music, so I'm like, all right, that's when the D60s run out. Then I go over to these, and I got 60 more rounds, and then I can go to these. So you kind of map out in your head in the song when you're going to have to transition, and you just mash.
Dude, that is so cool. I remember you had that one short, and you were shooting, I don't know, some kind of machine gun, and the guy was next to you just feeding you rounds.
That was like, Kurt from the VSO channel. Yeah,
it was like 200 round, and you're just going through it, man. That was so cool.
It was Slayer, Raining Blood. Yeah,
that was so awesome. Let's see. Who in the chat has a question for the gun drummer? Nothing too kinky. There's some characters in here, man. So I do this chat just so I can like hang out with people and chit chat and stuff. And I just have a good time, man. I love hanging out with gun people. It's like,
what is this broadcasting to?
YouTube.
Okay.
So it's StreamYard and it's linked up to YouTube. I just use StreamYard so I can put these on the screen. You can't do this on YouTube.
Okay.
We can put the comments up on the screen because it's kind of nice. It kind of churches it up a little bit.
It's sweet, man. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you should do one too. I like some of your lives. I mean, I was almost tempted to start throwing some shit, but my wife would kill me. Not in my office, man. We'll do this outside. I'll start throwing some stuff at the walls, but
that's half my problem. Yeah, my baby's sleeping, you know, like in the next room. So on my live streams, I'm always tempted to start like screaming and throwing shit and just getting crazy. I got to find a new place. Like I got to set up in the garage, dude. Ultimately, I want to set up out back and shoot, like start Twitch streaming and do gun drumming live, like where the music's coming through the live stream and coming to me. I just haven't figured that out logistically yet. But
oh, that'd be pretty cool. Well, do you have a drum room?
I mean, I just have a basement. My drums are just like right in the middle of the basement.
I was going to say, don't people like kind of soundproof those rooms?
Yeah, I'd like to eventually, but yeah, that's a later thing for sure.
Yeah, because if you just do a really big drum room and then put your studio in there, and then
that'd be awesome. Yeah,
then you wouldn't have to worry about sound or anything.
True.
That'd be pretty all right, man.
I want to build a studio in the basement, and I want to build a vault too. Is kind of on the list. Instead of safes, do like a full-blown vault room. That's what the cool guys do. So I know maybe sometime just do the whole thing in concrete, reinforced concrete, even the ceiling and shit, dude. Just would be sweet.
Yeah, well, it's cool. It's under. See, you're lucky. You can have a basement. Texas can't have basements, man. Flood out. The water table's too high. What a bummer.
Yeah, dude, it's nice. I mean, it's the entire square footage of your house. So it's like double the size of your whole house.
Yeah, it's awesome. I had a bunch of relatives in Atlanta, and geez, they had like almost 1,400 square feet down there, unfinished, and it was just a big empty room with, you know, a 2x4 in the middle and a couple posts. So you could do anything down there. So they make the kids go play down there. And
I'm gonna build them a skating rink down there and stuff. It'll be cool.
Oh man! So did you skateboard or did you go?
Actually, man, I rollerbladed like my whole childhood. I still go to skate parks and tear it up. It's like one of the fun things in the world, dude. Like if you want to talk about adrenaline, you hit some massive half pipe or you just try something super dangerous and fall, and like just by the end of it, you're just like bleeding and stuff. It's awesome. You just feel great when you leave.
I skated a little bit, but I did it for transportation and because I needed something heavy in case I got jumped. I could use my skateboard.
Yeah.
And I had a couple stolen from me, but Man, I had no idea I could run so fast when I was a kid. I was like Jesse Owens, man. Running
When
like
you're about to
Forrest
get
Gump. Man, so how much does it cost to do like a drum room if you soundproof it?
Oh man, that's a whole thing, man. Definitely, it depends on what you use. There's definitely like you can do at home stuff or you can do the fancy stuff. It's I don't know. In order to even finish a part of the basement to build a studio in, I would have to put studs and insulation and drywall and then do the soundproofing or somewhere in there. So I don't know,
Right.
probably a few grand. I could probably do it. Maybe like 4 or 5 grand if I want to do it nice. I just built this whole house actually. It took me a year. Hardest thing ever.
Wait, you built it?
Yeah, this house right here that I'm in.
You had it built or you built it?
Oh, I built it. Well, I had it framed. It was thick woods. I had cut down like 86 trees, like by hand, cut up all the trees, freaking moved all the logs, stacked it. I have firewood for life now. And then had, hired somebody to dig the actual basement. And then I hired some dudes to block it, frame it, put the roof on and the siding and the windows and doors. But we did everything else, just like me and a couple friends and my family.
No kidding.
Oh yeah, dude. And my wife was pregnant the whole time. She was there.
Oh, so you just finished like last year?
Yeah, I'm still working on it, but it's pretty much done. I'm doing the outside now. I'm doing the fun stuff like the yards and the flower beds and like all that stuff. But
so that's when you want to make friends with the Amish neighbors. Hey, y'all, why don't you come over and help?
I hired to do all the framing and the roofing.
Oh, no kidding.
Fuck yeah, it's Amish people. I know quite a bit of them down here. So
yeah, last time I was in Ohio, I was up there for sales calls, and I went to a Walmart, and there was buggy parking at the Walmart where they park their buggies and go in and get some couple groceries and come out. And I was taking this guy's picture, and my friend's like, dude, you can't take a picture. That's like a big no-no. I'm like, I've never seen that before. That's amazing. Buggy parking. And then he got in this buggy, and man, those horses are quick, man. Those things go. He was going like 20 something miles an hour down the road.
I forget that there are Amish everywhere. Whenever I have friends come visit, like my friend Hunter, he's got a band called Hunt the Dinosaur. It's heavy. He's in Dallas. He came up to visit, and we were driving down the road going to get some beer, and he saw an Amish in the buggy, galloping down the road, and he just flipped out. He's like, "What the fuck is that? Like they've got a carriage,
It's crazy. Like you don't see that every day.
Yeah, especially not down south. I think it's too hot. I think they would just die if they were down there.
Well, it's funny. There's a Amish place that sells furniture here in Old Town Spring, and it's just like a very plain log cabin building. And you walk in, it's all state of the art electronics. I'm like, get out of town. These are not Amish people. They're not Amish.
A lot of them take advantage of the rules for sure.
A little bit, but from what I actually hung out with some ex-Amish guys once, and the stuff they say is absolutely insanity. Like each Amish area has like their own sect with their own set of rules.
Yeah.
And one, you can drive a black car only as long as it doesn't have AC or something crazy, or it can't have a radio in it. I'm like, nuts. It's nuts. But they're cool people, man. They leave you alone. So what's next for your channel? That's what I wanted to know. I mean, the comedy thing I think is gold. You got to go with that because some of the stuff is really funny, very underrated.
Thank you. Yeah, I've got a bunch of comedy stuff planned and written down and scripted, and including like some parody music videos and stuff like that. And I'll probably do some more live streaming and like off the cuff stuff. I just have to get my infrastructure set up. I'll actually be launching a podcast. I don't know when, but the studio is immaculate. It's an entire set that's built, and it's all like state of the art. So I don't know when that'll be coming out, but the set is built and everything's coming together.
No kidding. Is that going to be at your house or?
No, this is at a place downtown. It's actually my cousin that owns it. My cousin owns multiple businesses and like some buildings downtown, and he's awesome. He's always into something. And he's actually built it. It's kind of like a Dave Rubin kind of thing. If you've ever watched that, like it's really nice, man. And they've got tracks for the cameras that go back and forth. They got the switchboards that switches back and forth, so you don't have to edit it later. It's just like good to go when you're done, and it lines up all the footage automatically if you want to switch anything. And they built this whole set. but he said that I could use it anytime. So that's why I'm saying I'm going to be using it. And I'll just have to get some guests out here while they're on tour. Luckily, I'm right off a major highway that every band goes through on tour. Like I've had bands stop here before. So now that, you know, we're getting back to normal and touring and stuff, I'm sure I'll be able to pull some bands in there and do some interviews and stuff. So that's one thing that I kind of want to do. And then I might do just some regular gun stuff too, because I get a lot of questions about what I'm shooting. I might just be like, hey, check this out. This is one of my favorite things. Like, here's the breakdown of it. This is what it's all about, you know, shooting it. And
let's go through some gun stuff. What's the last gun you shot that you really liked a lot? That you were blown away. You're like, wow, this is a cool gun.
Man, I want one so bad. I just can't get over. I know this is so cliche, but I just love Barrett 50 BMGs. And I like to load up the whole magazine and pick it up and mag dump it as fast as I can from the shoulder while standing. It's just like the best thing ever to me. I've been trying to get my hands on one, but the cheapest one I found, which was a great price, was 8,500. But it's like,
yeah,
I need so much other electronic equipment and stuff like that. It's like, I just can't justify dropping 10 grand on a freaking rifle right now. But the
you should look into a company called it's called the EDM 50. It's a 50 cal and it breaks up and goes right into a suitcase.
Really?
Legit.
That's cool.
It is so freaking cool. I got to shoot in California at Angeles Forest. They'd have a 50 cal club that would meet like every couple Sundays, like every third Sunday or something. And I got to go out and shoot a ton of different 50 cals. My favorite one was by a company called EDM. It was called the EDM 50. That thing is super accurate and nuts. Like we were shooting at 1,100 yards. You could shoot, unscrew the barrel, and have that thing halfway collapse before it even hit the freaking thing. It was like a 2.5 second delay, 3 second delay.
This is semi-auto?
Oh man, it was so cool. So
is it semi-auto?
Yeah.
It's got 10-round mag or?
Yes.
Huh.
Very cool. It fits in a badass suitcase too.
This one's so bad. Well, because I've been shooting so much to where like I'm not getting bored. I still like shooting, but I'm not impressed by a whole lot lately. You know, you get to that point where you start shooting thousands of rounds a month, and all of a sudden you're like, it just takes more to really get me excited. And like,
okay, so everybody in the chat, go ahead and unsubscribe to him right now because nobody can relate to that statement.
That's what I've been. Dude, that's what I started saying yesterday. In the video. I was like, guys, make sure to go ahead and smash that thumbs down button. Go ahead and unsubscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to not leave a comment and don't share this with anyone.
Actually, it's funny.
I'm working on.
Like I have all this ammo sitting behind me, and this is all just overflow, 9mm, like about 2,500 rounds, 3,000 rounds. I'm gonna burn through that as fast as I can because I love to shoot. Everyone that says, "Oh, wait till the prices come down," freak that.
I shoot every single day off my back porch. Like my back porch is just littered with casings. I have to sweep them up every other day because I got targets out in the backyard and a backstop and stuff. And I mean, just when I have breaks from work, I just run over there and I'm just draining mags.
I'm surprised no one's reached out to you to help you build like a legitimate, like a Hickok 45 style gun range. God, that thing is
so cool, man. And I'm actually hoping to go down there sometime. I've been talking to John for months about it. So we're thinking about doing some kind of like AC/DC thing. I don't know.
Well, it's Hickok, man. You got to go back to like the 60s, something real old. Yeah, he's an old dude. Who was like the first hair band back in the days? You got to go way back.
He'd be before that. He'd be before like Leonard Skinner even probably. He'd be like way back.
Hickok is probably
like hundreds of years old. Like that dude participated in the Revolutionary War. I'm pretty sure.
No, Hickok is probably 65, 60. No, shucks, he's probably in his 70s, man.
If I do get to go down there and meet with them and actually step foot on that range, it'll be pretty cool. Because I've been watching that channel for like a decade, you know, as we all have been.
B-Noise has a really good name for it. Beetles and Bullets. Oh, that's pretty catchy. Beatles has some pretty good stuff.
It'd be easy to do too, which is good.
Beetles and Bullets.
Be a lot easier.
You got to tell them like, hey, Hickok, are we gonna have to, you know, load each gun like this and then shoot? I mean, how fast are we gonna shoot this?
We have percussion caps, or is it flintlock?
Line up like 40 flintlock pistols.
Dude,
Oh,
flintlocks are so cool, actually, by the way. I've been looking for some flintlock pistols to purchase because they are a blast. Like, you can just shoot them anywhere because you don't have to put ball in. You can just put gunpowder and then pack like 3 wads in there really tight. And then you can just shoot them off in the air. Like, it creates a ton of smoke. Like last 4th of July, I got a hold of a flintlock rifle. And I
saw that.
It and just shooting it over my friends' cars and stuff. Like, dude, it's a blast. Flintlock guns are super fun and not that dangerous if you don't put ball in there. So,
you know what would be great is if you had just a whole ton of those rifles lined up.
yes.
Because that's, I mean,
sure. It's hard to get on time though, because your flash in the pan has to happen first. And
that's right.
Fire, so it's not really like it's got a delay on it. Before I forget, I was going to tell you that Hickok, his son John, is the one I've been talking to, and him and I started talking. I think because we both like metal, like we both follow the same bands and stuff, which I didn't know that before. But that's something we have in common. We like heavy metal.
Yeah. I mean, I like Hickok's channel. It's funny. I ran into him. I was doing it's funny. So during the IV88 thing, the day before, I was doing a store review of True Prep. It's a store in Atlanta that has like really, I mean, has ARs, all the prep stuff you want, first aid stuff, body armor, everything in one stop. I mean, this store is legit my favorite store in Atlanta. Awesome. Shout out to True Prep. So I walked in there and the store manager's like, oh, we got 2 famous YouTubers here today. We got Hickok and Smash Time. I'm like, no, you got 1 famous YouTuber. Yeah. I'm more right. of a janitor type.
Right.
And so we talked for like 20 minutes. Really cool, dude. And then I was like, well, I got to go do my interview with the store manager. And he goes, okay, do your thing. And so as I'm doing my interview with her, he's walking around the back trolling me. So I have my camera up. I'm doing a video. He's in the back picking up an axe, looking at an axe and putting stuff down. I know he was messing with me because it's hilarious if you watch it. It's probably one of my funniest videos. I was like, damn, man, he's messing up my shot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a tall dude, man. He's a giant. Beans, bullets, and band-aids? What? No. That's not a good name. Keep going. John plays Acid Country. Maybe. So who is your go-to band now? Like if you just think of your top 2, can you narrow it down?
Well, my favorite band of all time is System of a Down. I've been listening to them forever. And then 2 members of their band posted my video on their Instagrams last weekend. And,
that must have blown your mind, dude.
It's been happening forever, dude. Like I've been in touch with them for probably a year and a half now, and it blows my mind. That's my favorite band ever because they don't even fit in the category, man. I don't even know what System of a Down is. Like it's just wild. It's just crazy shit. So I love that.
Yeah,
I'm like old Slipknot, like their first 2 albums are go-tos for me for playing drums. I love playing drums. To Slipknot. Their original drummer just passed away last week, actually, Joey Jordan.
Yeah, that was a bummer, man. I liked watching his solos. Nuts.
Pantera is really good. That's just always going to be on the list. All That Remains was one of the first ones I stumbled into as far as like that kind of category. So I love some old All That Remains. I'm hoping to do a video with Phil at some point.
Was Anthrax the one that had the 1-arm drummer?
I don't know. I don't know them that well.
Anthrax was like I think they had like a 1-arm drummer. And he would be down, dude. He only had 1 arm. Maybe someone in the chat, 1-arm drummer.
It wasn't. I don't think it was a super heavy metal band. It was I don't know. I don't remember.
Remember when I was a little kid, I was watching.
Not Van Halen, but something like that. It was something from that same group and period.
Oh, this guy said that's Def Leppard.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Def Leppard had the 1-arm drummer.
Yep.
Oh, I remember watching MTV when it was, music videos back in the olden days, and I was like, wow, this guy has 1 arm. He's drumming. That's nuts. That's bananas.
Lamb of God, that was a huge influence for me too. Oh my gosh, man. They just perfected the sound. Like I love their old albums, and then Ashes of the Wake, they perfected the heavy metal sound. Like the guitars were perfect. The drumming with Chris Adler was just perfect and crisp. And
What are they called? Lamb of God?
oh my God. Yeah. Lamb of God is so
I'll write that down. I've never heard of them, man.
good.
I'm gonna check that out. So I'm
That
gonna.
was the first video I ever did. It was called Laid to Rest by Lamb of God. That's the one that kicked off the whole thing.
All right, I got my homework. I'm gonna check those guys out. So who do you want to meet that you haven't met yet? Like if you could meet somebody in that music scene, that music genre, who would you want to meet next? Like if you just could hang out and party with one guy or a band.
Well, I've been talking to Tommy Lee for a while, back and forth, and I'm trying to figure out, what we can do.
Tommy Lee.
I would definitely like to meet. Yeah, believe it or not, man.
I've seen his video.
What?
I've seen his video.
Oh,
Very
right.
bad.
I'm gonna bring that up for sure when we do meet up. I'll probably mess with him. I already have plans to mess with him pretty bad. Like I'll start filming him and saying some dumb shit. But that and if I could ever do something with the guys from System of a Down, or Korn or Slipknot or All That Remains, or I don't know.
I love Slipknot, man.
There's plenty of bands I talk to, like Fit for a King and August Burns Red. That'd be cool to do something with them. Yeah, there's a lot of bands out there that it's really realistic when they start touring. That's where it gets realistic, because like I said, I'm on like right off the highway where a lot of them go. It's right in Cleveland and Columbus, so the range that we have is like, it's not far at all off the highway. So it's a realistic thing to propose to them. Like, hey, I see your tour and you're driving right by here. It's like, you want to stop out and be on my channel,
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Of course, man. I mean, I don't know how crazy those guys are. I mean, they get pretty nuts?
No, not at all, dude. The whole like rock star thing of them being nuts, like Motley Crue, that's not realistic at all. Most of the guys are like sober and very polite and professional.
Yeah, that's wild, because
they have to be, man. They have these grueling touring schedules. Like you can't just be out getting wasted every night. Like you'll die. I don't know how the guys used to do it, but everybody that I've met or talked to seem very like thoughtful and kind and like sober for the most part. Like their stage personas are the exact opposite, but when you talk to them, outside of the concert, they're just really, really nice, cool people. Typically, some of them are assholes actually, but.
Maybe. I mean, it kind of comes with the persona. I mean, you got to think about it, dude. If you're a rock god and people are telling you you're a god every day, you probably start believing it.
Yeah. I'm sure the ego thing must be very hard to get over. I think most of them do with time, though.
Yeah. And then what happens when they're just average Joe schmoes now? That must be a mind trip.
Oh, what? To be great and then
to be washed up after, being so amazing.
It'd be hard to wrestle with, but I
Turn
think
into Fat Elvis.
To just accept, especially if you made a fortune and you can survive off of that, then you need to just come back down to earth and try to realize, like, awesome, I got away with all this money and all this opportunity. I don't need to be huge anymore. That doesn't really matter. Like, I'm set for life. That's kind of what I would try to transition to. I wouldn't want to be the biggest, baddest thing forever.
All right, right here. Will has a question. What do you think about the band Dillinger Escape Plan?
I've listened to him before, but I didn't really get into him that much.
Oh, look, B-Noise. This is my heavy metal buddy.
Large Prevail, where he's riding around this Harley. Yep. He never mentions the gun, just talks about the bike. Yeah, Alex is my friend, man, actually. We're going to meet up again when he comes back to U.S. They came out to the shooting range last time they were here, actually. I have a video. If you just look up Slaughter to Prevail at the range or Slaughter to Prevail gun drummer, you'll see it's like...
it would be a shame to have them shoot and not sit down and do like a... If you had like a fire pit out there where you just have some chairs and have like a barbecue and just like sit out and just pick their brains for like 20 minutes. I mean, to have all those guys, bro, I would do like a behind the scenes with them. Or that'd be pretty sweet.
There's an 8-minute video of literally just me like teaching them how to shoot, because like they're all from Russia, and the stereotype is that in Russia you can just shoot whatever you want, blow stuff up. That's not true at all. They actually have pretty strict gun laws over there. And so these guys like really had never shot before. I had to teach them like the AR and the AK and the Mosin Nagant. Of course, I made them shoot the 44 Magnum and everything else. And it was just a blast, dude. Like Alex had an absolute blast. He had the time of his life. It was great.
Oh, B-Noise is crushing on Alex. That's awesome. Alex's voice is ridiculous.
Dude, it's insane. It's like I don't even know what to compare it to. There's nobody else in the world that sounds like that.
All right. I got to add him to the list.
Yeah, just look up Alex Terrible. His band is called Slaughter to Prevail, which I met them at their concert and watched them live. And then the next day they came out to shoot. I couldn't believe they showed up. I thought there's no way these guys are actually going to show up. I was out at the range, 9 a.m. Here comes their bus pulling in. I'm like, holy shit. This heavy metal band from freaking Russia is like pulling in my small town to this shooting range right now. Like,
that's nuts.
It was awesome, man.
That is so cool, man. I hope someone took video of that bus pulling in.
We did. It's a whole 8-minute long video. You can watch it, man. It's like from when they pull in and then me like teaching them how to shoot. Like I had somebody film the whole thing and we cut it down to 8 minutes. We were down there for like 4 hours probably, but we
man, I missed that one. I must have missed that one.
It was a long time.
Look, I've been watching your channel for a long. I started watching you when you had 89,000 subscribers.
Nice.
And then you fudge, man. You jumped so quick to I think almost at 200, right? Yeah, 195, 196.
Yeah. I started getting screwed I'm not using this as an excuse. I still plow forward, but last June 2020, something happened. And I don't know exactly what it was, but like I can prove it in my analytics. Like every time I did a video I knew was going to be popular, about 4 or 5 days in, it would just be a massive spike. Like the biggest one I ever got was I posted Chop Suey and I got 40,000 subscribers in like 20 days. And you could see the videos go. And I always knew which ones would go and it was predictable. I could see it every time. June of 2020, it just stopped completely. And my videos now don't go. They're not allowed to go like far anymore. Like I don't know what to do. I've talked to people. I've tried to get a hold of people like that know better or have any contacts in YouTube. I mean, it is what it is, dude. It's so weird. It's unfortunate. I'm pretty sure I have 1 million subs right now. If that
like me on a much, much, much smaller level, me on a very smaller level, I think the most I got in a day was like 1,700. And I had a great, like January was okay. February was nuts. March, April. And then after April, it just really died. I was still doing a lot of the same content. And you got to change it up a little bit, but I think it died a lot prematurely, like it shouldn't have died that quick because I was on a tear for a minute having a great time. But then again, I really wasn't putting in with my new job. I wasn't putting the work in. So,
well, and I talked to Jared from Guns and Gadgets, and he told me that what really did it for him was that he started, as hard as it was, he went from making a video once a week, which is what I do. I can't seem to do any more than that. That's already really hard. And he does once or twice every single day. And he said once he started doing that, the algorithm really started favoring his videos because of the frequency of his posting. And he said it just really shot up from like 200 to 600,000.
But his format, he can do that because he doesn't do a lot of editing. Mm-hmm. It's just a bunch of takes, and plus he's super knowledgeable. So he pulls a lot from just his own knowledge. Yeah. When you got to edit videos down, man, it's tough.
Dude, our editing process at this point, it used to be, I was just on my phone and I would just match the song up with my like iPhone video that I shot. It was so easy. And I just posted. Now it's like, we got 3 or 4 different angles. We got like 4 or 5 microphones and like all the shit. So it's a whole process now to edit. I hate editing. I hate it.
Do you do it or does someone else do your editing now?
I do it with somebody. Like we both are at the monitors and doing input and picking the camera angles and matching up the song and making sure the volumes are right for each mic and adding whatever goofy little thing we can in there. So,
but it's tough, man. It is super tough to edit. Like I had my hard drive fail 2 days ago and I had 9 videos in there that weren't edited together yet. And I got a $2,000 quote to fix it. Them to take all the stuff off and put it on another hard drive.
Damn.
It's my own fault. Just back up your shit, man.
Yeah, that was your fault. You gotta learn from that one, dude.
My fault, 100%. But damn, dude, $2,000. All my baby pictures were on it, so I gotta do it.
Holy shit!
Like everything is on it, man. So, where am I gonna get $2,000 to do that? I don't know. Soon. I just gotta save up for it. But dang, that's a kick in the stomach, and it's my own dang fault because I bought a new hard drive. It was sitting in a box, and I should have just 2 minutes to plug it in, man.
I know.
I feel like such a D-bag, but
I know. I'm guilty of it too, though, man. I'm not. Nobody's file system's perfect. I mean, maybe some of the guys have figured it out, but dude, my shit's all over the place.
Yeah. Sure. Well, what sucks for me is this was my backup one that broke, and my original one. already broke like 3 months ago. I dropped it and it shattered. The whole connection shattered, and I knew that was over. So I knew I should have updated it and redone it, but I don't know. Hindsight's 2020, man.
Yep.
That was a bummer. What was a bummer? Oh, Triple H is in the house. Andrew Conrad says Chop Suey was amazing. It was great. Guns and Gadgets is a good channel. It's a good channel, and Jared's cool as heck. He's a good dude.
I got stuck on a bus with him for like 2 hours, which was lucky because I just bugged the shit out of him. I was in the seat right behind him, and I just asked him questions the whole time. Like,
so are you going to go to, so did you go to SHOT Show in 2019?
I've never been to SHOT Show.
Are you?
I've never been to most of these things. I'm pretty new to this world, actually.
Yeah, well, the NRA show is coming up in Houston. You should come down for that.
Yeah, I know. I got invited to a bunch of stuff down there. They have a bunch of periphery events going on too, like around there. I probably won't go to the actual NRA one, but I'm tempted to go to a couple of the events that'll be around there. Dude, SHOT Show is pretty cool. Should I go? It's in January.
I've never been to SHOT Show, man. I said, I'm kind of new to this too, but you know, when I lived in LA, we'd go to Vegas. Every month we'd go to Vegas. Sometimes, I remember 1 month we went every single weekend for 1 month. It was so much fun. Because if you go with it, so we used to do it so cheap. We would go to Vegas. We all had 24-hour gym memberships. So we go to Vegas, crash out in the car, wake up, go to the gym, take a shower, get changed, go out all night, crash in the car, and then drive back. We didn't even get a hotel.
Nice.
And we'd always tell us like, oh, what if we ever hooked up with some chicks, man? I'm like, yeah, right. That's not happening, dude. We're just going to get drunk and act stupid and hump statues at Caesar's Palace. I mean, nothing really is going to happen. But we had good times, but you could do Vegas on the cheap. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I might go. I don't know, man. I got to just weigh.
Have you been to Vegas before?
Pros and cons. No, I've never been to Vegas.
Oh, you got to go, man. It is unreal.
Everybody's telling me to go to SHOT Shows, so.
Yeah, it'll be a blast. It'll be a lot of fun. Well, heck, man, I don't want to keep you too much longer. I don't want to burn up all my questions. I have more questions, but I'll save that for the next time in a few months after SHOT Show. But I can't thank you enough for coming on, man. I really do appreciate it. Are you going to be at the IV88 coming up?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to plan this year out, but I don't know yet.
Man, I hope you can make it. It's going to be, I think Eric might do like a live meltdown.
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'm already going to go down and do some videos with Eric, like besides that. So I just don't know if I want to go to his range day and then go see him to make videos and then, you know, maybe go to Tennessee for something else and then go to Houston for something else and then SHOT Show. Like, I don't know. I gotta have family too, so I gotta figure it out.
I think SHOT Show would be the ticket. I mean, I can't wait.
I've never been. What
was that?
What's the point? Just fun, or you mean like networking and stuff like that?
Well, Vegas is Vegas. I tell people like this: if you've never been, you should go because there's very few cities. Like if say you were in a coma and you woke up in the middle of a city, you would know exactly as soon as you looked around, you're in Vegas. You know, and like it's like New York. If you woke up and you're in New York, oh shit, I'm in New York City. You're like, oh, I'm in Vegas. Vegas is unreal. It's so much fun, especially if you've never been. I'd go for a couple extra days. Like if you've never been, I'd go for like maybe 2 days before and a day after, because you don't really sleep.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Everybody's saying to go, so I probably will.
Yeah, Vegas. Triple H says Vegas Virgin. I know it, man. I know it. Woo! It's so much fun. It's such a trip, man. And if you gamble, I mean, playing like blackjack is cool. If you get on a really good craps table, it's unreal. So much fun. You can make and lose a lot of money, but it's fun.
Right on, man. Well, hey, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. It was fun talking to you.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat, if you have not subscribed to the Gun Drummer, I just put his link in the description. Please subscribe to his channel. Help break that algorithm, because I know they do shadow ban a lot of people, and especially if you're not monetized, there's no ads on your videos, man, it's tough to get them out there. It's super tough. Super tough.
Yeah.
Mike McClune, thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. I will get that 3D printer. That's my next kick, man. I want to get a 3D printer and start printing.
Oh, have fun, buddy. There's a whole nother world. That's a whole nother world of shit.
I know. I
Hard
don't
to
even know
get
what.
into all these things, man. I'm telling you that like everything I get into musically, each instrument is a whole world. Each recording, each thing is a whole world. There's the guns, there's the recording equipment and cameras that are the whole world. And then you got like 3D printing and reloading ammunition that are like those two separate worlds. It's a lot.
I know, man.
I want to get what you get into. It's.
I know. I know. Well, hey, man, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And you want to tell the folks anything?
Yeah, if you guys haven't already, go ahead and unsubscribe. Hit that thumbs down button. Don't leave any comments, and please don't share this with anybody.
Dude, that's such a good outro.
Just made it up yesterday. So
thank you guys so